Hey Anonymai, welcome to another old wheat penny roll hunt. So I have a kind of a special roll here, and I found a seller that I like on eBay, and he sells a lot of rolls. And the story is the same on all the rolls. He acquired an enormous collection from somebody who collected these pennies by rolls, and the collection abruptly stops at 1995. So everything in this collection is more or less untouched since 1995. And a lot of them are original bank wraps, and some of them are plastic style wrapping from the 90s. This one in particular, I just want to talk about the roll for a second before we dive into the hunt. This is a 1954 Philadelphia roll. This is one of the hardest MS67 date and mint marks for Philadelphia for the entire wheat series. I'm not talking the 50s, I'm talking the entire wheat series. So this is a well sought after roll, and it's a fairly low mintage. I think there's 71 million or something. So it's not ultra low or it's a key date at all. But as in terms of finding a well struck and lustrous, not beat up example, it's tough. There's also some like splotching, spotty issues on a lot of them. But anyway, this roll is not an original bank wrapped roll. So if you're on eBay and you see rolls like this where they're folded over, that is not an original bank wrapped roll. To me, this paper looks old, but not original. Here you can see the redness on the seam is still strong. However, the rest of it has faded substantially. So that tells me it's not a new roll, and it fits his description of maybe something from the 80s or 90s. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open, and we are looking for any gems, really, for this one. That's the goal. Try not to, I don't want to fingerprint them, so. These will end up in a tube when I'm done with this, so maybe I'll just tear the roll. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to cast that aside. And we'll dig in. Let's see what we have here. Now, just at first glance, I don't think I have an MS67 contending roll, but this is cleaner than the roll that I do have. So that's a decently struck example, but it's a little splotchy, as you can see. I think that was the ender. Another issue with my other 1954 roll, and it looks like this one as well, is there are roller marks. You can see that stripe across the side here. And I don't know, this is actually a horribly struck example. It's a very terrible strike. There's almost no detail in the hair behind the ear. Roller mark on the back. The reverse and the obverse, double roller mark. So, I don't know, low grade. This one's a little nicer in terms of roller marks, but very squishy strike. Up there's a big roller mark. It's maybe a little better than the other one. I'll give it a 64. This one's a better strike. No serious roller mark issues on that side. And yeah, there is one on this side. I'm going to climb that up to a 65 because of the strike. And on these 54s, you're lucky if you get above a 65. So this one has poor luster, moderate strike, roller mark on the back. I'll give it a 64. So I'm going to roll through these, and I'll let you know how this turns out. So wish me luck. Maybe there's a goodie in here. All right, Anonymai, I am done going through this roll. And a lot of this roll was like the other 54 roll that I had. It had roller marks. It was uncirculated, but it wasn't really attractive. And really that's what's going on over here. The 64s usually were more or less kind of low contact, but the roller marks were so distracting that it took them down like 1 or 2 grades. One of the nicer ones here that was lighter on the roller marks right here, and I gave it a 65. I'm not trying to get too out of line with my grades. Let me give you an example at random here. Let me pull one out of the 64s. And you can see this stripe going down from this side to this side from about 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Some of them even have double roller marks that make an X on them, and most of those fell down here into the 63s. But really the story of this roll was these red browns over here. My prettiest coins in the roll were not totally red anymore, and I'm a little bit excited. I have the ender here, and it has a roller mark. And you know, as I always say in my videos, my color is not going to come through, and it breaks my heart. I don't know what I need to do differently with my lighting or a different camera, but some of these colors are phenomenal. So this one has a lot of purple coming through. And it's got just enough of a like violet red haze that it would fall into red brown, and then the reverse is a lot more trippy. So down here it's purple, but up here it's like pumpkin orange. Seeing if I can capture some of it with the interior lighting or the exterior lighting or something. But it's toasty, but it's beautiful. And then the other one I gave a 66, red brown, was this one here, and this one has a better luster, and it's more that pumpkiny orange with some of the purple developing over here. And then the reverse is way cool. It's got some green, some purple, some orange. This is one of those ones where if a professional photographer was able to do this and capture these colors, we would all be better off. Now, this whole side has some really gorgeous colors. I'm very excited about them. But here is a cool error of the bunch. So it was one of the red-brown coins, and it has a lot of orange and kind of that olive green and a touch of purple developing over by Liberty. But check out the error on the reverse. Check out that strike through next to the E on 1. Let me see if I can do a zoom for you and try to capture this in some kind of steady way. So tell me what you think that is, guys. Is that like a dropped piece of grease from the wheat stalk or what? Like, what is that? What do you guys think? But it's clearly a strike through. Every fiber of my being knows that that's a strike through. And it has wonderful color. So it's like an error, red-brown, beautiful color scent. I'm very excited about this one. It's easily the coin of the bunch. So yeah, cool error found. Ding ding. I think that improved the value of this roll. So, like I said, this whole roll was not as red as the other roll that I went through, my other 54. But it's got way more character, way more color, and frankly, I think it's more beautiful. So I'm kind of excited about this. I think I'm going to sell the other 54 to get this one all paid up. Put this in a tube, sock it away, put a little note on there about this error coin. Very excited. Hope you guys liked it. Give me a thumbs up. I know that these penny videos don't get as many views. A lot of folks aren't quite into these as much as I am, but I like to share what I'm doing. I don't necessarily do it for the views. So any kind of thumbs up or subscribes or shares that you can give me is really appreciated. Leave a comment down below and let me know what other kind of videos you like. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Happy hunting.